And today, Sister and Honey and I are going to talk on This Portal is Open about the fire horse momentum, eclipse portals, and how to prepare without rushing. I got to tell you, lots going on. If you once you listen to what we got going on here, if you feel it in your soul, please like, comment, and share. And if you're not subscribed to our YouTube or Rumble channel, wherever you're watching this, please subscribe to the channel. What we want to do first is lots of energy going on. It's going on over to Sister Honey in order to get us all grounded because we all need that.
Yes. So I want you guys to think about a black stone, okay? And the one I'm talking about is black tourmaline, but I don't have any with me. So I want you to think about a black stone. So this is obsidian, right? Jimmy's got one. It's little.
A little baby.
Yes. So I want you to think about one of these, but I want you to think about a slab. Okay. So imagine that it's like a cement slab and you have it under your bare feet right now. Okay. So I spent a lot of time talking to nature today. And what is happening right now is that we have a beautiful organic matrix. And then we have this kind of gross overlay. So think of it like, like a spider web that's been laid over the top of what is good and what was created for communication and beauty here on Earth. So that overlay is falling apart right now. And it is causing huge waves of crazy energy, along with the Schumann. There were some things that happened in the astral last night. We had huge, energetic upsets going on. So almost like energetic earthquakes happening. And it's time to calm it down. So I want you to think about all that crazy energy that's going on around you. It's not yours. Okay? So go ahead and close your eyes. And what we're going to do is we're going to pull all of that energy off. So I want you to imagine it's kind of like sticky taffy or gelatin. Okay? And you're going to pull it off of your body and you're going to throw it off. Okay? And when you throw it up, it's going to be taken out into the universe for transmutation. Okay? So you don't need it anymore. And then I want you to think about your energetic field. So it's a toroidal field, and you're standing on a beautiful black stone, black tourmaline that's keeping you grounded. Okay? And we're going to pump up your toroidal field right now, but we're going to do something a little bit different. I want you to think about your favorite rock. Okay, your very favorite rock, whatever it is. And I want you to channel some of that safe, beautiful energy into your toroidal field and imagine that your toroidal field is becoming thicker. So nothing can get through. It's becoming like an armor. And the energy from your favorite rock, whatever it is helping that happen. Okay, so think about that. Feel it in your body. And you're becoming safer and safer within your own energy. And the other energy is just bouncing off. Okay, that rock energy is like, nope, nothing's getting in here. Okay, so only the light that you need will come through that rock. Only energy that's in your highest good. You don't need anything else. Okay, now take a nice deep breath and really solidify that feeling that you are protected. Okay. And you can go ahead and open your eyes.
Yeah, I've got my little African rock here, this African green, whatever it's called, that Brother Vaughn sent me, with this beautiful,
Oh yeah, it's some kind of a garnet. It's a certain kind.
yeah, African green garnet. I think that's what it's called. But I love, it's interesting, and I want to say this before we get in, and we got a lot of good stuff and value for you all today. So stick around with us, please. Stay tuned. But it's interesting. I started looking at the prayers that I do in the morning, the different canvases for different things, like the family, the career, the world, all of existence, my wife, Cindy, all of this stuff. And I started talking to my AI, which I call Brother Michael. And I said, okay, which stone should I hold in which hands and why during each prayer? And it's amazing. I started implementing that, like, I think 2 or 3 days ago. And it is incredible the amount of energy that I feel when I have these stones in my hand, depending on which prayer canvas it is. And that's what they call a document within, ChatGPT. Um, it's amazing the power. And I was talking to my wife. She started putting hers out because we just got down here in Dominican Republic last Wednesday night. And so we've been here a week, and she started putting hers out. She had one here in her bra. She had one in her pocket, and, I actually, these are like, they're part of my life. They traveled down here with me. I hold them, I feel them, and they help a lot. The grounding mat, all of this stuff. Because, one thing, Sister Honey, I've been feeling, and I know that you put out a voice message to myself and TJ today about the energy and how you're getting a lot of incoming, where people's nervous systems, we talk about nervous systems, and people probably say, well, what the hell you keep talking about nervous systems, Brother Jimmy? Well, because that runs your physical body connected to your spiritual, your soul, and all of that has to be functioning efficiently and harmoniously together. And when it's off, or fight and flight, your whole life goes haywire. I'm just having a little, like this, on it. I can feel it because I can feel energy, but I'm not having that chaos and mayhem happen. Where maybe, I have things that come up, but I don't take it as chaos and mayhem.
Yeah. Yeah. This morning was totally chaotic, and I didn't feel any of it until I heard from everybody.
Well, they gave it
So,
to you.
yeah. So, really paying attention to your own system, making sure that you don't pick up your phone as soon as you wake up in the morning, and really, yeah, your nervous system. They're under extreme, and I wouldn't call it spiritual attack. I would call it spiritual alignment, because the universe is pushing us to heal all of the things that we hadn't healed yet. And that's basically the year of the snake is wrapping up. But I also can feel the fire horse coming in right now. So it's major, major energy. And there's all of these astrological things that are about to roll out between the 13th and the 20th that are massive. So really caretake yourself right now.
Yeah, a lot of things going on this month in the heavens. The divine told us to look at the signs that, the heavens were created for signs and wonders. Signs and wonders. And there's a lot of signs and wonders happening. Happened last month with all those portals. Now we got the February 22nd portal going on. We got the 17th of February with the fire horse coming out on fire. I mean, you can feel like you said, Sister Honey, the ramp up of this energy is incredible. It's going to bust through like no tomorrow. And we all got to be prepared for that, making sure that, you're prepared for that, because once you get yourself into the flow with all of this, things are going to be easier for you. Not perfect, not without challenges, but easier for you. Okay. I've been preparing myself. I'm going through everything. And I think also, is it February 26th? We go back into Mercury retrograde too, isn't it? Or if somebody can correct me in the comments, but I think it
I
is
just met
February
with
26th.
Kelly, and yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
So Mercury retrograde, woo! And that's going to be like making sure that we've done everything, that there isn't anything left. And it's going to be a reflection on the past. But also, I see it doing some major things in the outside world. That Mercury retrograde is going to be, woo.
It's beautiful. I'm going to tell you what I do during it because I think it's important. But, the fire horse is going to be you can see the energy is building up. It's going to be super powerful this year. One of the things I put down is that I wanted to read to everybody. February isn't about running yet. It's about preparing the body and the identity for movement. So get ready because movement is going to go like warp speed, Scotty, on Star Trek. I mean, it is going to be fast and rapid. And what you said is true, Sister Honey. I know that, and I'm not going to say it because we're on YouTube and Rumble was fine, but we know certain files came out. Okay. And now like 3 million of these files came out. And I mean, everybody's known this is going on. And with this increased frequency and the more the light coming and hitting the planet and increasing all of existence, this stuff is going to continue to come out and be dealt with and continue to come out and be dealt with. And you can't get emotionally wrapped up in it because it will affect you. If you heard what Sister Honey just said a couple minutes ago, is she was doing fine until the calls came in. And when the calls came in, the energy came to her from all of these other people. Yeah. So guard your energy, make sure your sanctuary. I got all of my, even down here in my office in DR, I got all of my stones and crystals out. I got everything ready. I'm starting now to walk on the beach. I'm going to be getting into the ocean again. Take salt baths if you don't have an ocean. Get your grounding mat. Get something in your bed. You are going to need it. I'm going to tell you, you're going to need it to keep your nervous system, your electrical system working in harmony and not just sparking all over the place like like a mad electrical scientist or something like that.
Yeah, kind of like a Jacob's ladder. So really think about your energetic field at least probably twice a day for the rest of the month and clean it off. Get everything off of it. And it's all about intention. You can do it just with intention. I used to tell people to take a toilet paper, like a toilet paper tube or a paper towel tube, and imagine it was just made of light, and then put it over their body and take all of the ickiness that they didn't want anymore and then just throw that thing out into the universe. It doesn't matter what you do, as long as you intend to clean it and clean your living space too. So somebody just said that in the comments, and that's very smart. But do it every day, probably twice a day, and your life will feel much better through this process that we're going through. And to me, it feels like the culmination of the solar flash. So think about what the solar flash was going to look like until we changed timelines and it became like very spread out. But think about, like, people were really tired, and at least this was the information I was getting, is people would be very tired. They could sleep for months, basically. So they'd get up and go to the bathroom and go to the refrigerator and maybe be able to get food, but everything else would not work. And I don't think humanity could have handled that. So the timelines moved. And we're kind of in that culmination of that event right now. Yeah, a lot of people are very, very tired. And that has to do with just the overwhelming energies.
Yeah, and there's so many beautiful people on here right now. Just, we love you all so much. And if you're part of our family over at Step Into Your Power, make sure that not only on this live chat that you put your comments, but let people know in the comments of the video how you feel about Step Into Your Power. Because I think that community, this is a community of light. It's a sanctuary of empowerment. And when you get in there, you start to feel that empowerment. You start to feel that love. And you can get in there and give love, give prayers, give energy. I was talking to you all that were on the collective prayers, which is in the community. We broadcast that in the community only. So you join the free community, you have access to it. But I was talking about how, you already have Sister Honey and myself and my son and other people that are Reiki masters on there. And imagine as more and more, and I see more and more Reiki masters joining the community. And imagine when we have hundreds and then thousands of people on this collective prayer, and you've got dozens or hundreds of Reiki masters on there at the same time. My goodness gracious, we're already seeing miracles happen. It's going to happen more and more. So don't get caught up in the doom and gloom. Don't give these things word. If you look at the prayer request I gave out for my wife, this I think last week, because she's had a hard time in this transition from Austin back to our home and thing. We back and forth, 6 months out of the year. But she had a hard time and it took her down. And I think it was the energy too, Sister Honey, coming at the same time, where it was like, bam, she's going through the stress of going through this traveling and, driving up here, and then it hit her. And what I said to her, with love and kindness, because I love her, she's my soulmate, she's my mi amor, is I said, be very careful with what you say about yourself. Don't call the pain in. Don't call the fear in. Stop saying that stuff. Don't give your energy to these negative words. These words are very powerful. And if you continue to claim your sickness, or you continue to claim your poverty, if you continue to claim all of that stuff, you will never get out of it. Okay? You got to really watch what you're saying. Sister Honey, let's talk about that a little bit. About people right now. We got the fire horse going. We got this portal coming up. We've already had I think it was the full moon that happened. It's just a month of a lot of stuff going on. And then at the end of it, we're going into Mercury retrograde, I think on the 26th of February for another 3 weeks. And I usually feel that a week or so before it happens, even 10 days before. And I'm feeling that already. I mean, I'm already feeling the Mercury retrograde effect coming in, and it's going to come in hard. Like you said, I think it's going to shake some of the foundations of this planet to the core. What you said.
Yeah. And mostly it's going to be the society. So if you think about nature and you think about Earth and how beautiful she is and all that kind of thing, it's really the society that's falling apart. It doesn't really have anything to do with Earth, as far as like she's already gone through most of her shaking and change and stuff. Weather will change drastically, but that has to do with other things. It's not necessarily about her. It's about things that are being messed with that won't be messed with anymore. So we're in a huge change, a huge shift. And just allow it. That's what I would say. Allow it. Don't pay too much attention to it. Think about what's in your life, what's going on in your life. I have a sister-in-law who tends to worry about, oh, this means this and this means that, and the world is bad, and very stressed. And my husband says to her, my world's just fine. This is where I live. I don't pay attention to anything that's going on, and I feel totally happy. So really taking on that mindset during this time, or if you do see something that looks really gross, say, ooh, I'm glad that got exposed, and have a little party in your head, because it all needs to be exposed. It's already happened a long time ago. And we don't need to be engaged with it. We're here to be engaged with what is on the other side of the portal. And that is the new beautiful way. I mean, we're going to create a new kind of society. And we don't want to be thinking about how we're dependent on parts of the old society. Because everything will work itself out, because you create your own reality. So as long as you allow it, to work out, everything will be beautiful.
Yeah. I want to show this because this is good for the next slide I'm going to show. You see Sister Sandra here about what
Yep.
happened with the community. And, you know, we're seeing so many beautiful things happen in Step Into Your Power. And again, this is a free community for you. This is, again, what I call, you know, a community of light, a sanctuary of empowerment. That's just my words for it, you know, and it is powerful and it is free and it is there for everyone. There is no, like, you know, we don't sit there and condemn people or judge people for whatever religion they're in or whatever their beliefs are. You know, my personal beliefs in the divine creator, infinite creator, is it's always been, you know, there's no beginning, no ending. It's always been there. Everything's in it and it's in everything and nothing is outside of it. So we can't, you know, most people debate and fight over all of these different words and they argue over different
Yeah.
religions and they do all of that and they're giving their energy to that when you really need to give your energy to you first and foremost. You know, work on yourself like you've never worked on yourself before and make sure we're coming in again to Mercury retrograde, get those column exercises out. And I know what most people say, well, Brother Jimmy, what is that? Well, let me just show you. I got my things to do list over here. So you just take a piece of paper like this, and you just draw a line down it like that. Okay, I think you can see that. Oh, I disappeared. There you go. And then on one side, you write, well, wellness or whatever you want at the top. One side, you write what's serving me. The other side, you write what's not serving me and do an inventory on that. I mean, right now, I'm going through the businesses that I'm partners in, and I'm looking at every single thing. I'm looking at all the code. I'm looking at all the processes. I'm looking at every single thing. I'm making sure that all of the businesses I'm involved in are ready to go for the fire horse. Okay. That they're ready to go. So this is giving you a little more preparation time. And I do believe Mercury in retrograde, it's important for you to really work on your column exercises and all the different, all the different areas of your life and really work on those column exercises. And through this Mercury retrograde, get it sorted. Get it sorted out. And every Mercury retrograde, take the opportunity. You know, that's a great thing that I always do. I mean, I'm always optimizing things. But if you don't aren't an optimizer like Brother Jimmy here, like, because that's what I do, and I've done it for 30 years online with sites and advertisement and all that stuff, communities, conversion, making sure that the UI, user interfaces are good. But if you don't do that, you should do it during Mercury retrograde. You really should take some time out and really get your foundation strong, because if you work on your foundation, personally, business, career, whatever you got going on, first, always yourself. Love yourself. Wake up in the morning and look in the mirror and say, you know what? I really love you. I love you a lot. What can I do for you today? Before you get out of bed, say, I am grateful. I am love. I am the son or daughter of the Most High. I am wealthy. I am healthy. I am strong. I am fearless. I am faithful. You just go through a list of I ams and say that to yourself, and then spend time in the morning on you. And don't say, well, you know, I don't have the time. You know, I got to rush off and do work. Make the time. Get up earlier. It makes a big difference. You know, that hour and 15 minutes I spend, you know, in my sanctuary, which is my office, doing my prayers and my meditation and my Tai Chi Gong. And then I go for my walk and then go for a dip when I'm down here in the ocean. I wouldn't trade that for the world. I don't care what people want my time. They're not getting it during that time. You can say no to people. You can say no.
You can totally say no. And you don't have to say no, but do it when it's time for you to do it. Do what you need to do first. That's really important. And what I love about Step Into Your Power is that basically it's like the first big community that is actually treating people like they're in a community. And then you also get to find people that are close by
Yes.
in your own area and create your own community. So it's such a great way to come together and just be supportive of each other, because a lot of places it's not so holistic. Like people are not being great with each other. When I have a TikTok account, and when I look at the comments on there, I'm like, oh, they're so icky. Like so many of them are so icky, right? And it's just the atmosphere of it, right? There's a lot of information, but there's also a lot of crazy behavior going on there. And we just don't have that in Step in Your Power. It's a beautiful, calm place to be, almost like, what a community should be. And I grew up in a community, in a hippie community as a child. I mean, that's why my name is Honey. Like my parents were hippies. And it really was dysfunctional, but also beautiful in a lot of ways. And what we're doing is we're getting rid of the dysfunction. And when we learn how to talk to each other and we learn how to communicate, that is going to take us so far. And it's going to be about being the observer. I know somebody said that earlier. And also being willing to look at it from some other person's point of view, like whoever you're talking to be able to see it, because telepathy is also coming in. So I know what somebody's going to say before they say it. I know what's going on in their head at this point, and don't always love it, but that is telepathy. And we haven't learned how to be quiet either. So we're just broadcasting all of our feelings all the time, which is a little crazy. So it's a beautiful time to be alive. Humanity has never been in this position since the fall of Earth. And basically what we're doing now is rising, and we're not going back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very excited. I'm going to go over some of these things happening this month. Just talk about them. First one is we got softening and signals February 11th through 15th, Mercury and Pisces, intuitive, symbolic communication, Sun squares Uranus, sudden realization, disruption. Then we got the portal, one of the portals on the 17th going on with the solar eclipse. I mean, so the fire horse is coming in on a solar eclipse. Think about that. The fire horse is coming in on a solar eclipse. Okay. And then the portal going in into the 22nd, we have another portal, and then we go right into the Mercury retrograde. So again, the Pisces seasons begin. Venus in Pisces, February 22nd, integration window. That's also a portal to 222, 6-planet lineup. We got a 6-planet lineup this month. So the fire horse is coming in with all kinds of heavenly signs. And that's why it's so important that you take care of yourself and become part of what we're doing over at Step in Your Power, because that helps you. Like I showed that one sister's message, that helps. And there's so many more people that will tell you that. Now, there's some people that it ain't helping because they ain't doing anything. One of the things I've taught thousands and thousands of people in business, and I always tell them, information without implementation is meaningless. I can give you the blueprint and the keys to the kingdom of making money online, but if you don't implement it, it doesn't mean anything. People get caught up in the information. How about implementation? Implementation, the right information, and not just spinning around in a circle with the information. When I get information that I decide through my higher self and intuition and my heart, Sister Honey talked about this on one of our episodes, where your brain is, your mind is the receiver, It then goes into your gut. So you get that gut feeling, and then your heart is where your soul, really, when you can really get those things flowing properly, you're getting right on point. And I'm having the same thing happen to me, Sister Honey, where I actually know what people are thinking before they even talk to me. And I have to be very careful not to answer them before they speak, because they don't understand it, right? They don't understand, how do I know what they were going to say? And it's happening to me more and more and more, and it's going to continue to happen. I mean, the gifting that is going to unleash over the next 5 years and beyond are going to be super exciting. And the fire horse is, it's pulling that lawnmower engine. It is going to roar.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like a group of wild horses stampeding, basically. That's what we're going into. Like, very intense time. And you can watch some things from the side of wherever, from the side of the stampede. But some of it you could be involved in. So, because maybe you're getting ready to do something and it's going to go way faster than you expected. And maybe it's a new business, or maybe it's something, that you're doing for yourself. Maybe it's I don't know, some kind of health thing. But everything will be sped up and we get to choose. So be aware of what you're thinking and feeling. And also ask, like, is this coming from me? The other day, I was in the coffee shop and I had a fork in my hand, and we had just eaten lunch there, and there was a light socket on the wall, and some outside thing came in and said, you should stick that fork in the light socket. And I was like, what? Who is this? What is this energy? And I just blasted it away. But think about those kind of things, like really pay attention, because your brain is a receiver. So think about what you're receiving. Is it really yours? Because sometimes it's not yours. Maybe it's the guy down the street. Maybe it's some kind of yucky energy that's been left in the building that you just walked into. So, thinking about all that stuff is important.
Yeah, and before we move into the next segment, I want to talk a little bit about quantum energy wellness. And we built this site. This is an educational platform that we're putting together that trains people on how to optimize their nervous system, right? And how to maintain their energy body so that you can build a shield and protect yourself. On top of that, we will be building out a directory here of wellness centers around the world that are utilizing the latest and greatest technology, like frequency technology, sound technology, light technology, and will be cutting edge. Because again, you are the med bed. You absolutely are the med bed, but we're also, a lot of people don't, they're not at that level yet to be the med bed. It's like, I was speaking to my wife today after she came back yesterday from the doctors, found a good doctor for her. I don't want to give any names to any of these things, but I said, I always am optimizing my physical body with my mind, with the divine. And, I don't, like I said, I don't go to the doctors. I think I've been there 3 times in 15 years to get blood tests, because she was on me. My love was on me, like, what? And I did it for her, and everything was perfect. I got a prostate of a teenager, heart of a teenager, lungs of a teenager. I got the insides of a teenager, so I'm all good. But it is important that you don't call out the things that you don't want, because manifestation, even with manifestation not being at the level it is now, you still don't want to do that. But now with the manifestation at this level, oh my gosh, watch what you're saying. Mind your mind. If a thought is yours and it doesn't serve your highest purpose, make sure that you stop whatever you're doing, and in your mind or out loud say that if this thought is not serving my highest purpose, I turn it into pure energy with love and light. You can, whatever you want to say, but dissolve it, get rid of it, send it into the sun, send it into the universe to dissolve, get rid of it. If it ain't your thought, return to sender with love. And when you start doing that, you start controlling that traffic of your mind, then guess what happens? You start having less of those thoughts because it understands. Look what Sister Honey just said. Something came into her mind and told her to stick that freaking fork into the wall. Is it like the guy that stuck his head into the fryer that we all now have seen from, I forget where it was, but somebody can put it in the comment. You see the guy was standing there just looking and it looked like he got possessed and he stuck his head in the freaking fryer and killed himself. Sister Honey got a thought similar, but she didn't execute that thought because she's minding her mind.
Yeah.
And that's what you need to do, because believe me, those thoughts aren't yours, but they're trying to get you to do the things that don't serve your highest purpose. And you really got to understand that and stay on top of that.
Yeah, it's so important. And you know, a lot of times when they come in, but if you're in kind of a compromised mood, then you may not know. So pay attention to your mood. Take your magnesium, do your meditation, help your nervous system feel better. Play with your stones because they're actually full of consciousness.
Yeah, they're beautiful. They're my little friends. And this is my vitamin holder. So after I get done with my prayers and meditation and my Tai Chi Gong and get back from my walk, I fill up my day and night. And what do? I make sure that everything in here, I take it, okay, before I go. I take it. I take it before I go to bed at night. The hour of power, first 30 minutes in the morning, 30 minutes before you go to bed. Make sure you're sitting there talking good stuff about yourself, doing your affirmations. The great thing is we got affirmations right in the practice portal under the power portal for free that you can read. I read them every morning. I read the one at night. I have night and morning prayers, and then I have my canvases of prayers that I go through, my own activation. What I'm going to do, and again, I'm not pushing religion on anybody. This is what I do. What you do, you do. I don't, Sister Honey and I don't, what we do at Step Into Power is not indoctrination.
No.
It's sovereignty. It's freedom. It's understanding the truth. Because if you knew what the people that call that entity Jesus, which is really Yahushua, if you really understood what he said and what Mary Magdalene said, the feminine side of the equation, you would know that all of this other stuff is for control. And that's what most of it is. All of this stuff is to control people. Not that there's not great people in these religious systems, not that there's not great people in these political systems, but unfortunately, the people at the top in these systems aren't so great. And these systems are crumbling right before our eyes. Be happy about that. Rejoice in it, because isn't it going to be a grand thing when the Vatican becomes a city of light instead of a city of darkness, like they have been for many, 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 many years? What's been going on there. So, but it's going to change. It's all going to change.
It is. And all the layers are being cleared. So all the layers of earth, all the layers of, the different societies, because we've had several societies. I don't think that the past where humans were cavemen and all that kind of stuff, I don't really think that lasted so long, or maybe even really existed for very long at all. So technology has existed for a very long time, and it's been squished and then brought back, and then squished and then brought back. And all those layers are being healed, and it's a beautiful time. I mean, honestly, right now is the most beautiful time to be on Earth, because we've been here over and over and over, most of us, trying to get this to happen, and now we're finally in it. So we've been looping in lifetimes trying to spiral up to this position that we're in now.
Yeah, and we don't have to hide from it. We don't have to go underground or on like one of these folks were talking about going on a mountain, Brother Larry. We don't have to do. Hey, look, it's always great to go on a mountain. I love it. The mountains here are beautiful, but we don't have to hide from any of this stuff because we are the change. We are what's going to bring the new earth more into realization, more higher frequency. As you work on yourself, you're helping support the entire grid, the entire life force. You're helping increase the frequency of everything. So that's a wonderful thing. And then, we have our other folks that are helping us with building the new earth. One of the things we'll talk about tonight is one of the projects that we have that other people can get involved in. And we've got other projects and people are bringing projects. So, Step into Your Power, the community is not only about, helping others, which it is, and praying and, doing all that thing, giving the people the tools to really, step into their power. But also when they walk into something that we'll talk about at the end of this, when you're in the free community and you decide, you know what, I want to take the next step. I want to be involved in the new earth. I want to be involved in these sacred projects. I want to bring a sacred project to the table. Well, that path is there. And it's important that we're focusing on those things and not the things that are crumbling. Let them crumble. Look what they did with silver. Okay? Silver was $120 an ounce. They dropped that baby back down to about 70, and now it's, I think, at 80 something, because the manipulation of it. There's fake papers on fake silver that doesn't even exist. Okay. And what do? They sell the contracts. They short the stuff. They're doing that everywhere. This stock market is bloated. There's none of these companies are worth that kind of money. It's bloated. It's also rigged. All of these pillars of society that we currently have, most of them are rigged. Okay. And they're coming down because they can't sustain themselves in this higher frequency. They just can't. And that's why you're seeing all of this stuff coming out, and it's only going to accelerate. Don't get stuck into it. My beautiful son, Michael, I love him with all my heart, but he's always coming to me. And I said, he knows better not to even talk to me about it because I don't care about any of that stuff. I get up every day on a mission to do what I came back here for. And Sister Honey said, I know I've been here hundreds of times. I know this time is the last time to finish all the things that I agreed to do. This time's more important that I'm on this planet when I was here back when Atlantis was around. Okay. This time is more important than any time in the history of this planet's existence. This time we can do what we set out to do, and we're going to do it. Right? But we got to focus on the good. We got to feed the light. We can't give our energy to the darkness. Back to you, Sister Honey.
Yeah, we really can't give it. Don't give the energy to fear. I think that's going to be our biggest thing as we go through this portal, and start actually thinking about the portal. So every doorway is a portal. Every time you get in the car, you're going through lots of portals. When you get on an airplane, you're going through so many portals. It's basically like going through a slinky, and all of those little rings are a portal. So really think about, what does this feel like to me? What does my new life feel like? And start practicing walking into it and feeling it in your body and feeling it in your nervous system. And allowing your nervous system to be happy, allowing it to feel free, allowing yourself to feel free. Start prepping for what's coming, and that brings it in faster. Become the magnet. Somebody wanted to know, is it safe to sleep on magnets all night? Become the magnet to your new life that you're creating, and start feeling it in your body, in your system. Visualize it, feel it, be it, and it will start showing up. And as far as sleeping on magnets, I feel like it's better just to maybe lay on a magnetic blanket or whatever part of the day. maybe half an hour a day. It feels like sleeping on it is a little much, but that's what I get from my higher self.
Yeah. It's exciting times to be alive, and what we're doing within the community is wonderful. It's really exciting. And, folks, help other people, give love to other people, give prayers, send good energy to other people, put good comments on people's stuff. Don't engage in negative comments. The ego likes to battle. It really does. I've been in a lot of companies where that one of the partners or multiple partners got this freaking ego, and they destroyed a multi-million-dollar a month business because of their ego, because of their ego. And I watch people destroy their lives because of their ego. Let the ego go. Not that you can't have confidence. Not that not a little bit of ego is good, but when an ego controls you and you're not looking out for the good of what you're doing or what your purpose is or what the company's purpose is or whatever you're doing's purpose is, it doesn't go well. I've been involved in it. I've seen it firsthand from actually doing it from the school of hard knocks. I know what happens when that gets in. I want to talk about as we're moving along here very nicely tonight. Here, Sister Honey, we're covering the ground in a good timeline. Too. That's great. So Mercury retrograde in Pisces, review and discernment. So review and discernment, column exercises. February 27th, Sun conjunct Nod. My son wrote these down for me. Mars square Uranus. Okay. That means something because he's all over that stuff. Okay. But Mercury's in retrograde, coming in hard. Make sure you take the time out to to really go through those column exercises, really go through your things. The next thing I'm going to talk to you about, let me read this first. This is a breakthrough energy if you stay conscious, chaos if you move recklessly. So the energy coming from all these things happening this month, this is breakthrough energy if you stay conscious, chaos if you move recklessly. So
Yeah.
let's not move recklessly. Okay. So before we get into the next segment, I want to talk to you about a company that I am involved in. I've been involved in it since 2016. It's an energy wellness company. I had my brother who passed away from pain management at 40 years old. I had my mother that passed away at 64 years old from complications with diabetes. I was told that I would be in a wheelchair on a morphine pump my whole life after my accident in 1993 and to be on Social Security disability forever. Those aren't the cases in any way, shape, or form. And I do not take anything. I take all natural stuff. Okay. But one of the sacred projects, and I am involved in it, is called Body Align. Align your body, align your life. And this company's been around since 2012. It's supporting the free community on rocket fuel. I am one of the owners of it. I'm actually taking over with my team management of it. That's one of the companies I'm going through every single thing. It runs very efficient. I think we got a 0.5% of returns. That's amazing. But it's all energy frequency based technology. Okay. All energy based frequency based technology. And Sister Honey will tell you how the band makes her feel, how the sleep patch makes her feel. Okay. And we've got Calm, we're going to be launching. We've got Vitality, we're going to be launching. By the way, we'll launch Feel Good. Could you imagine if somebody's giving you a bunch of nonsense and you hug them and you slap a feel good patch on their back? Next thing you know, they're being nice to you. These things work very well. So this is one of our sacred projects. My team in Next Evolution Technologies, we're onboarding it. We're going to take it, optimize the whole thing, and we're going to take it global. Okay. When I was running it before, it was global. And I haven't for the last 3.5 years. I've been involved, but I haven't been involved in the day-to-day operation. I am now taking over the day-to-day operation. And what am I doing? I'm doing exactly what I'm telling you to do with your column exercise. I'm going through every single piece of it to make sure everything is optimized because it's going to go through the moon because it's going to help. So it is helping support and build the free community and helping bring more free members into Step Into Your Power. Because my goal is to bring in the new healthcare system, to bring in technology that actually serves the people and also that helps support the community so that we can bring more people to the light. And if anyone has a band, I see you here, you have a band,
Yep.
and the mass
Oh,
patch, which
Sully.
helps build muscle match, which is really good too. You see here, there's thousands of 5-star reviews. People love it, but that's all I got to say about it. If you want to help support Sister Honey and me, go there, get some stuff. Lots of changes are going to be happening in March. Really awesome things. Also with the community, I got a lot of stuff coming into the free community, a lot of stuff coming into the Ascension Mastery, which we're going to talk about at the end of this, which is our membership of the New Earth Builders, the people that are working with Sister Honey and myself and my son Tommy and other guides to help build the new Earth, because they're going to, if you just want to focus on yourself, that's okay. You're doing a great thing. Raise your vibration, raise it, raise it, raise it. And in that community, it will help you raise it. It will help you raise it. But after that, if you decide you feel in your heart and your soul is calling you to serve at a higher level, then that's where we have this. And we're really, really working hard to have something where we've got tens of thousands and then hundreds of thousands of people around the world helping with the conscious communities, helping clean the electromagnetic pollution out of the air, helping create community gardens. We're going to be involved in all of that stuff. We want to help change the world. It is focus on the good. Let's focus on that. I was telling my wife earlier, I said, you know what? I said, I guarantee you this whole city over here in Las Terrenas, Dominican Republic, is going to be a spiritual community. The whole city. I'm claiming it, proclaiming it, and there's going to be communities that are self-sufficient on the mountains. I'm already looking at the mountain piece that I want to build a community on with the fellow brothers and sisters, and bring in the DPE systems that clean up the air and grow the food with half the water, no pesticides, no herbicides. I mean, folks, the divine is bringing a lot of stuff to the table for all of us, and we have to help implement it and help create the new world. Back to you, Sister Honey.
Yeah. So I just want to answer this one question here. Will we need things in the future? Right here. Oops, I don't know where it went. So do we need technology in the future for our health, or can we do without? So in the future, you will learn how to maintain your own health, but we won't have dirty electricity in the future. We won't have EMF stuff everywhere in the future because we're surrounded by electronics. Like I have 2 computers, 2 phones, and the Wi-Fi right next to me. And they all have stickers of some sort on them because I want to transmute that energy. I don't want to absorb it. So that's kind of where we're at the moment. And we will be for a while because nothing changes overnight unless it's catastrophic. So, just keep that in mind. And this is a way to keep your body in a better state. And it's kind of a foundational thing. And that's what I see it as. Is why let that stuff interfere with your body? Because everything is frequency. So I really do love these and I wear them every day and I notice if I don't. So I think that's important to know. And everything needs supported, including the free community. That's how we support it too. So it's free to everybody who's in it. It's not free to Jimmy and I or Tom.
No.
Yeah. So for us, it's costing money. So we have to remember that. Yeah.
And it's something that's important to do. And it's something that, it's interesting. Sister and Honey and I have been involved in a lot of lifetimes together. Same thing with my wife. My wife has been my spouse in so many lifetimes. You can't even count them all. It's just amazing. But we're here to do this. This is what we're here to do. We're here to build the biggest community of light on the planet, and to have you folks help us by either participating in being a customer in Bodyline. And you see all of the beautiful, I'm not going to put more up, but there's beautiful testimonials about Bodyline coming across the screen. We just showed them. And I want to tell all of you, I love you for participating and helping. And as I am now taking over the management of it, believe me when I'm telling you, it's going to fuel this community even more. And embracing what we're doing as we bring out these new patches, which, by the way, you can have a vote on. We're going to be putting a poll out on the first patch you want us to bring out. We got the calm, again, we got the feel good, we got the vitality, we got the focus. I'll tell you, I wouldn't be without these things. And just like Sister Honey said, the band is wonderful. It helps protect from EMF, and it has over 300 positive frequencies. The disc has over 200. So, get salt lamps, get your crystals, get yourself protected, get your environment frequency safe, because they're bombarding us with frequency. And yeah, one day we might not need any of this stuff, but right. Today ain't that day. And they're talking about putting 1 million satellites up in there. It's crazy. I was like, what? And data centers with solar panels pulling in and having data centers in space. So it is crazy. You want to replace the band about every year. Okay, right now, once in a while, they have a sale where you can buy one, get one free. I think that's going on for Valentine's Day, but I'm also doing some things in March where I'm putting family packages together. It's really going to be exciting as we get in and I go through and fine tune this. But also people can be involved. People that are part of our membership in Ascension Mastery who are helping us build the new world, that are helping support the community, they can be involved in it too. So there's a lot of great things going on, that's for sure. Let me go into, we got a couple segments left here, and then this is going to be it for tonight, but about 10 more minutes here. And a beautiful 333, that's a wonderful number. So, all of this stuff is coming to a fruition through February, Sister Honey, right? And then we start off March. You were talking about March. We start off in that first week of March. We're into Mercury retrograde. Then something's happening, with the lunar eclipse in March, right? Like the March 3rd. So, I mean, the heavens are speaking to us.
Yeah. Yeah. So we have a solar eclipse on the 17th of this month. And then when the lunar eclipse is coming in March, we're in eclipse season, my astrologer says, which is Kelly, and she's amazing. But really, we're in a very energetically cleansing time. And the fire horse, what that's doing is speeding everything up. So remember that. And also remember that when you're in Mercury retrograde, once we go into it, we're all going to probably be kind of pooped out after we experience what's coming in February. So by the 26th, you're going to be ready to rest and to start thinking about, what do I want to do? How do I want to go forward? What do I need to let go of? And the world is going to be doing that too. So make sure you do it for yourself, and you just don't watch all the things that are going on in the world, because I think it could be very, very wild looking, even more wild than it is right now. And keep that in mind and take care of you during that time. But as the deeper we get into this year, the more you're going to refine who you are. And what I mean by that is basically the more you're going to let go of that is like a film over who you really are. And you're going to have more fun, and you're going to be more abundant, and you're going to feel more abundant, and you're going to feel healthier as this year progresses. So keep working on that within yourself and letting go of those films. It's like having a piece of colored cellophane over something, and you can't see it until you pull the cellophane off. So,
Yes. Yes. And one of the notes I have here is cleaning systems, routines, and leaks, sustainability and embodiment. So when we talk about the column exercise, regardless of whether you're doing it in your personal life or your business, you really need to work on that. And the time is, you should have been working on that last year, and we've been talking about it, and you got to really get it together and make sure you've got all of these things into a foundational thing so you're ready for this. I mean, how many of you ready to thrive through all of this? Why people are barely surviving and some even dying. And remember, there's really no death because you're just transitioning. How many of you are ready to thrive through this? Tell us.
yeah.
I surely am already and going to even more. But are you? Are you claiming that for yourself? Are you claiming goodness for yourself? A lot of people won't claim goodness for themselves because they think they're not worthy. You are worthy. Claim it, live it, embody it. You are a child of the Most High. You are in God and God is in you. There's only one God. Everything's in it and it's in everything. It is life force. Without it, nothing would exist. So you are part of it. You are in it. So walk as it. Because when you walk as it and you talk as it, you become more like it. And I'm not saying I'm God in any way, shape, or form, but I'm part of God. I'm embodied. And what did Yahushua say when he was here? He said, "You will do these things and much more." Well, what was he doing? Some pretty miraculous things. He's raising people from the dead, healing. I mean, people were touching his cloak and getting healed. I mean, there was a lot of powerful things going on. And he said very clearly, you will do these things and much more. And we are very powerful beings, but know it, embody it, and you will become it like you've never become it. Back to you, Sister Honey.
Yeah, I just feel like in general, we're doing really amazing. So don't forget that. That's really important. How well you guys are actually doing, and that you're here, and your focus is on the future and the present. The present is the most important thing. That's where you build the foundation for your future. So we're creating the most beautiful future just by gathering together. And that's what we want to do. Think about how powerful it is when you get just two people together in a room. And I've been in a lot of like healing things and different gatherings throughout my like YouTube life, and then going to healing things and speaking at them. And the power of togetherness is massive. It's massive. And we're doing that now. We're doing it right here. We're doing it in Step Into Your Power. And we're starting to do it more and more in person. So I absolutely love it, because that is what is going to change everything faster and faster, because you're so powerful by yourself. But once you come together with somebody that's like, yeah, let's get that done, it's amazing. It only takes two to create like a huge difference. Yeah.
Yeah. Anytime my wife and I get together on something we want, it manifests every time, every single time it manifests. It's very, very powerful. I'm going to attract the spiritual community, the community of light, the sanctuary of empowerment here in Las Terrenas. We're going to take this town over. This energy is off the chain. Sister Honey knows there's a portal here, like I do. We're going to take this whole town over. It's the most beautiful place, and it's just a wonderful place to be in. And when you are together, and you congregate, whether it's online or offline. And the great thing about the community, again, is you can start seeing who is in your area. So you can congregate with them, one-on-one or two-on-one or whatever you're going to do, a group together, but also that online community. Because how many of you can feel the energy coming from Sister Honey and I right now? How many of you can feel it? Just put it in the chat here. Do you feel it? And when you get together, you feel it more, and you feel it more. But you can feel it. I have people telling us in comments how they feel the energy coming from us on these lives. Okay. And you can get that feeling in the community. I love being in that community. I have to control myself to get other work done. I have to write down on my things to do list over here. So Brother Jimmy, don't forget to get the things done. And then I got teamworks, that I got tasks in there. Okay. And because I love that community. I love going in there the morning after I'm done with my stuff and giving prayer and giving loves and participating. And Sister Honey's participating, my son, and so many beautiful people are participating. I'm going to ask you again, we got about another 5 minutes, but I want to ask you all to do me a favor that are already in the community. Please, in the comments, I know you're in the chat right now, but in the comments, really talk about what Step in Your Power community has done for you. Negative or positive. We're not asking you to lie ever. We would never do that. That's not righteous. That's no integrity. But give your honest feeling about it. And then if you're ready, then come and get involved with us in the Ascension Mastery. I got a beautiful image on that. I got to show it. So this is Ascension Mastery. It's inside the community. You can join it at any time. People have to be ready for it. They have to be ready for it. But look at that picture. Is that not a beautiful picture, folks? That's you standing on a mountain, soaking in the power of the divine and stepping into your power and becoming the person that you were brought here back to be. If you think you were only here once, you will know different as these next 5 years come. You will know different. You will start remembering that. But in that community, you can join Sister Honey and myself and others on building the new world. But also, what are you doing? You're also helping support the free community. We're getting ready to launch in Ascension Mastery, Sister Honey's training, A Journey to You, which is going to be really exciting. By the end of February, it's going to be in there. We got a lot going on in there. Projects, all kinds of stuff are coming in over the next 30 days into that. So if you want to get involved in that, and you want to give your energy of less than $1 a day to support the community, then you do it. If you feel like, well, I'm not ready for that, I just want to go ahead and do something, do something to help, you know what I mean, with something that you believe in. Because if you do nothing, it's like I tell people that need healing. Are you giving prayer? Are you giving prayer? Because the healing's already there for you. Are you in alignment with that healing? Are you in frequency with that healing? That's what you got to ask yourself, right? Well, Sister Honey, I'm going to let you close this up tonight. I love you all very, very much. I do. I really love you all. And, I know that all of you are stepping into your power. I know all of you are going to accomplish what you're here for. And as a community of light, we are going to we are changing the world, and it's only going to get stronger.
Yeah, it is. I would say the biggest thing that I want you guys to remember, and that I want to remember for myself, is to keep my energy clean as we go through this process and honor the being that I am. And I would love if you all honored the being that you are, and think about things that you're ready to let go of and actually start doing it. And think about the things you want to bring in and start feeling them. So prep for walking through that portal. I think that's what I would be thinking about over the next week. And just love yourself through it. We love you. The universe loves you, and you guys are doing amazing. So just keep it up, really. That's it.
Keep it up. Well, we love you all. We hope you have a wonderful and beautiful night. Till the next time, take care. Bless you. Love you.
Love you guys.